Hello everyone, today I'll be taking you through how to make beaded key holder. You will need a pair of scissors, a keychain, and then fishing line. I normally use 0.6. You would also need a square crystal bead. This is plastic. Now let's move to how to make the key holder. You cut a sizable length of a fishing line. Just look at how I stretch my hand to get, it shouldn't be too long, shouldn't be too short, something sizable, let's say 10 inches. After you cut, you hold the two edges like I did. Pick 3 beads onto the fishing line using one side of the fishing line, the edge of the fishing line. After you pick the 3, you pick one and then fix it through one edge and pass it through the bead again using the other edge and draw it downwards. I'll do it the second time again so that you see how it's done. You pick one bead for one side, another for the other side, and then you pick a bead where you cross the fishing line in between. So one this way and then another this way. I hope, look at the video well and then you see how it's done. Whilst doing it, you stretch your hand trying to tighten the bead. It shouldn't be loose. You have to have a firm bead. You continue the process for the third time. This process of beading is more or less like repetition. So after you're done with the third one, crossing it like just the way we did for the other ones, this way, you go ahead to tighten it as usual, as I mentioned earlier on. Your bead shouldn't be soft, it shouldn't be loose. Yeah, so you try bringing the thread, both fishing line, to one side of the bead, just like the way I'm doing, and make a knob. Tie a knob like 2 times. When you are done with the knob, you continue beading on one side of the bead. Hold the bead in this way and then insert one side of the fishing line to the bead at the end here. Pick the other end of the fishing line and insert 2 beads through it. Whilst you are doing it, make sure your color selections are on point. Pick the colors that you feel would be nice to make your key holder. After picking 2 beads, you pick 1 bead and then you do the crossing again, like the way we did earlier on. Always remember to tighten your bead. You move to the next bead, passing the fishing line through it. This time you are going to pick 1 single bead at the outer side of the fishing line, and then you pick 1 bead to cross. So the first one is 2 beads, then 1 to cross. When you move to the next one, you pick 1 bead and then 1 to cross. Don't forget that. So you move to the third bead, also 1 bead and then another bead, but this time you're not going to cross. We'll just pick our keychain keychain and also pass it through the bead. So the keychain will also go through the fishing line just like the way we did for the bead, and then make our knob. You tighten it very well, twice will do. You can do it more than twice, but 2 times is fine. Then here is your key holder. But because it's likely the knob can go off, we'll pass the fishing line through the beads in the way and manner we made the bead. So we are going to cross it. Just watch carefully how I'm doing it. It will go through all the beads without it showing in between. So you would pass the fishing line through the beads just as I'm doing it. Make sure you do it gently and beautifully, just as I'm doing it. So we are done with the other side, and I'm doing the other end of the fishing line. So you do for both fishing line. Instead of cutting at where you tie the knob, you would pass it through the beads and then cut it at the other side to make your key holder strong, neat, and beautiful. After you cut the fishing line off the key holder, then you'd have a key holder done. Easy and very, very simple. So easy to make. If you want to see more of this video, don't forget to subscribe so that when we post our next video, you see it, you get notified. Subscribe, share, and like. If you want us to make a video on how to do something you would like to learn, you can send us a message, comment below.